Do not think that you are late, because you are never late. Thinking that I am late is just an excuse that people bring when they don't want to work hard, when they don't want to put in that effort. हमेशा एक चीज याद रखना, लोग अक्सर ये बोलते हैं कि अच्छी तकदीर किस्मत वालों को मिलती है, लेकिन सच तो ये है मेरे दोस्त कि किस्मत भी उसी का साथ देती है जो अपनी तकदीर खुद लिखता हो। Hi everyone, this is Soumyajit this side. Welcome back to another video in my channel. Today's video is the second episode in the Honest Talk series. Here I will discuss all of my learnings that I have had after cracking Amazon's interview 3 times. One as an SDE intern, second as an SDE1, and third as an SDE2. Yes, you heard that right. Here I will take you through the interview process at each of these levels as well as clarify every question that I have ever been bombarded with regarding Amazon. Here we will talk about the cool down period. What happens if someone gets rejected from the online assessment round, and what happens when someone gets rejected from the interview round. We will discuss about the behavioral questions as well as the bar raiser round and when it is applicable. Apart from this, I have also discussed the steps that you can take when you face with certain issues like not receiving an online assessment link. Here we have also discussed the exact focus areas that you should focus on while preparing for SDE1, SDE2 or SDE Intern interviews. If you're interested to know these, or maybe you're interested to know about the SDE Intern, SDE1 and SDE2 hiring that takes place both on campus and off campus, then stick around and watch the entire video. Without further ado, let's get started. Before diving a bit deeper into the exact specific interview experiences at these levels and their focus areas, I will quickly first go through all the different questions that I have ever received from you guys regarding the Amazon's interview process. First question, when does actually the cool down period gets affected? So what is a cool down period? Cool down period is nothing but a company's way to say that hey, you cannot apply to the company for X number of months. This is a company's way to tell you that you still require some amount of preparation in order to crack the interviews, and hence the term cool down period. This cool down period is generally applicable if you fail the on-site face-to-face interviews. This is not at all applicable if you fail the online assessment round. So do not fear and go ahead and give the online assessment round. If you do good, it's great. तुमको इंटरव्यू के लिए कॉल आ जाएगा, बट अगर तुमने कुछ खराब किया तो कोई दिक्कत वाली बात नहीं है, क्योंकि ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट राउंड के बाद कोई कूल डाउन पीरियड, कोई बैंक कुछ नहीं लगता, तो बिंदास ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट्स तो दे ही दो. नाउ अभी जब बात ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट्स की हो ही रही है, व्हाट आई विल से इज द डिफिकल्टी लेवल ऑफ ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट्स फॉर एसडी इंटर्न, एसडी1 एंड एसडी2 level is generally easy and easy medium. So you would need to understand the online assessment rounds that are there in place are there just to screen people and understand whether or not they have basic capabilities of programming right now. So the online assessments are hence much easier than your face-to-face interviews. The third question that I have always been bombarded with is that कि भैया जॉब पोर्टल में, Amazon के जॉब पोर्टल में मेरा जो एप्लीकेशन का स्टेटस है that is still showing under consideration. What does it mean? I am extremely sorry to say this, Amazon, if any of you is listening to this, I am really sorry, but I do believe that the job portal, there is some problem or glitch in the job portal, because half of the time whatever status is shown there, it does not actually mean anything at all. At least that is what I have seen from my own personal experiences across the time when I have applied. For example, during the time that I applied in SD1 in London, right, the job application that I had applied for in London, that automatically got rejected, but still I was called to London, I gave the interviews, they took my interviews, they paid for the entire trip, and I got the offer as well. So I would say don't take into consideration whatever is written there or whatever is shown there, because that is probably not right. Amazon has thousands and thousands of teams, and there are thousands and thousands of recruiters who are recruiting for these teams. So whenever you are applying at Amazon, either via referral or you are applying directly through a career site, I would suggest you apply to multiple job positions, because you might get rejected from one of the job applications, but that does not mean that you are rejected from all the job applications that are present. So take referrals for multiple job positions, apply for multiple job positions, because different recruiters will handle your resumes, which means if your resume gets rejected by one of the recruiters or hiring managers, there are hundreds other who might be interested in you. So why reduce your chance? हमेशा, ये मैंने पहले भी एक वीडियो में बताया है, कभी भी तुम अप्लाई करो तो बहुत जगहों पे करो, जितने भी जॉब आईडीज तुम्हें दिख रही है हर एक जॉब आईडी में जाके अप्लाई कर दो. There have been some unfortunate instances that has been, put to my attention, where candidates have received an email but they have not received the online assessment link, and this thing happens. It's unfortunate, definitely, and there is no real reason why this happens, but this sometimes do happen. There is technically nothing that you can do until and unless you get hold of a recruiter. So I would suggest that ping recruiters in LinkedIn, connect with recruiters in LinkedIn, and ask them that you have received this email and have not received an OA link, and ask them to connect you to a concerned recruiter who is recruiting for your level. Generally, this problem is seen in case of freshers. In case of lateral hires, generally a recruiter is always present. If, for example, by chance you are not able to get hold of any recruiter whatsoever, do not fret. If you have gotten a mail once, there is a high probability that you will get a mail again, because your email is present in prospective candidates in the system, and hence you have gotten a mail. Another question that I have been asked quite a lot is, what are bar raiser rounds in Amazon interviews? There is nothing special in bar raiser rounds per se. So if you think that there is something special that will be happening in bar raiser rounds, no, that's not the case. Bar raiser rounds are generally normal rounds only. What will happen in a bar raiser round will completely depend from one use case to another. However, it can be technical, it can be completely behavioral, it can be a mix of technical and behavioral, it can be design based rounds, it can be problem solving and DS based rounds, it can be anything. There is no such structure for it. It completely depends upon your interview loop and what all rounds have happened already and what is specifically scheduled for that particular person at that particular day. Having said that, bar raiser rounds are very, very important from the interview perspective, because bar raiser is someone who is not part of the team that is interviewing. He or she is someone else from some other team who has the veto power to actually accept or reject a candidate. Bar raiser is the one who ensures that anyone who is getting hired at a particular level is actually performing better than 50% of people at that particular level. I really hope that I was able to answer most of the questions and queries that you guys might have had. If you are liking the content till now, please hit the like button and share it among your friends and peers. And if you have not subscribed already, subscribe. किसका इंतजार कर रहे हो? And hit that bell icon. Not only this, as I said in my previous video, I recently lost my Instagram account. So I have created another Instagram account. So do go there and follow me. I will keep on updating many different kind of content in that account as well. As well as I will also update behind the scenes photos, what all things I do in my day-to-day work, everything in that particular account. Not only this, if you have any query or want to reach out to me personally for any guidance whatsoever, I'm always open. My DM is always open. DM me. Now let's jump right into the interview experiences for SDE Intern, SD1 and SD2 levels that you can expect in your interviews. One thing that you should know is that a 2-month summer intern is generally recruited from on-campus hiring, and a 6-month summer intern is recruited from on-campus and off-campus hiring. Getting an intern from on-campus is way easier than getting an intern from off-campus, that is for sure, and I have said it. मैंने बोल दिया, ये fact है, and this is because of the sheer number of people who is applying at these positions in off-campus compared to what happens on campus. तो ये बात तो fact है और ये माननी पड़ेगी. But this does not mean कि इंटरव्यूज आपके इजी होंगे ऑन कैंपस में. ऐसा नहीं है. इंटरव्यूज तो डिफिकल्टी लेवल सेम ही रहेगा ऑन कैंपस हो या ऑफ कैंपस हो. जनरली इन एसडी इंटर्न, SD1 and SD2, in all these 3 levels you will always have one online assessment round for sure. This online assessment round can be taken in multiple different portals. It can be taken in HackerRank, it can be taken in HackerEarth, it can be taken in CodeChef, it can be taken in AMCAT, and any other portal for that matter. There is no such fixed portal per se. In case of SD intern, you will have additional 2 rounds of interviews. You will not have any bar raiser round in case of SD intern for sure. The interviews generally focus around the essay and problem solving questions. The level of questions are similar to what you will face in any interview for product-based companies, it is generally medium-based questions that are asked. So I would suggest at least to prepare a bit of computer fundamentals only for SDE intern. I am repeating again, for SD1 and SD2, computer fundamentals per se is not required. However, if you have something in your resume which reflects certain computer fundamentals, or your projects reflect certain concepts of computer fundamentals, you might be asked questions in your behavioral interviews. अब हम बात करेंगे SD1 level में. Generally SD1 level में there are 4 rounds of face-to-face interviews that happen after the first online assessment test. In certain cases, after the online assessment test, there can be additional phone screen round, but that is not the norm. किसी cases में होता है, किसी cases में नहीं होता है. Like me, if you had applied for a foreign country where they are actually flying you out to that particular place और तुम्हें लेके जा रहे हैं उधर, तो हाँ प्रोबेबली एक एक्स्ट्रा राउंड ले लेंगे वो फोन स्क्रीन का चेक करने के लिए कि बंदा सही भी है या ऐसे ही चीटिंग करके उसने पास कर लिया पहला राउंड. ड्यूरिंग योर फेस टू फेस इंटरव्यूज यू विल हैव 4 राउंड्स. All the 4 rounds will be DSA related for sure. The rounds will have both technical as well as behavioral questions. In Amazon, generally a particular round is divided into 2 parts. One is a technical part, the other one is a behavioral part. In the technical part, obviously your technical competencies will be tested. For an SDE1, all the 4 rounds will contain problem solving and data structures based question. So prepare that well. The difficulty level will be medium and medium hard. If you are an experienced hire who is coming in at an SD1 level, then it might so happen, depending upon the team, that instead of 4 problem solving and DSA based round, you might have 3 problem solving and DSA based round and 1 low level design round. If you want to learn low level design, I have an awesome playlist on low level design. Go and check it out. Every round on Amazon, as I said, is divided into 2 parts, the technical part as well as the behavioral part. In the behavioral aspect here, basically a situation based questions are asked where you will be given multiple situations and you have to tell examples of these situations from your past. I would really suggest that prepare these situations properly beforehand rather than coming up on the spot, because it is very difficult to come up on the spot, and I have seen people getting rejected solely based upon their behavioral section performance. At least for Amazon, there is an equal weightage to your technical competencies as well as your leadership principles. So study the 40 leadership principles that are there and prepare proper examples for it beforehand. If we come into the SD2 interviews, generally after the initial set of interviews, the OA and the phone screen, if applicable, you will have 5 face-to-face rounds. Generally, the pattern that is followed is that you have 2 problem-solving and DSA-based round, 1 low-level design round, 1 high-level design round, and 1 completely behavioral round. Again, the difficulty level of the problem-solving and DS rounds are generally medium and medium-hard difficulty level. You will be required to solve multiple questions, and I repeat, they expect you to solve multiple questions, at least 2 in each interviews. There can be instances where you are asked more than 2 questions as well, and you are expected to write production level code for both the questions that you will be asked. In low level design round, obviously you will be asked to design the class, you will be asked to come up with API contracts, you will be asked to design the database and corresponding interactions between different classes of the system that you are designing. A working code is not required at all, and only class level definitions and designs are required here. In case of a system design round or the high level design round, again यहाँ पे भी तुमको high level में what all services you will be making, how these services will be interacting with each other, how you will scale these services up, what all different kinds of databases and data stores you would be using, or will you make it an event-driven system, or you design some async system using queues and stuff. You would have to have a very good amount of knowledge in all the services that you generally use to scale and build high-scale distributed systems. And if you want to know from where you should start to study system design, I would say I have a very good video that is uploaded in my channel. I will again link it up here and give it in the description below. Go there and watch that video and you will know how to start preparing for system design interviews. At the end, I would say that do not think that you are late, because you are never late. Thinking that I am late is just an excuse that people bring when they don't want to work hard, when they don't want to put in that effort. Always remember that 2 years down the line, you will not be younger. You will be definitely older and even more late. So start right now. No matter at what point you are in your life, start right now. हमेशा एक चीज याद रखना, लोग अक्सर ये बोलते हैं कि अच्छी तकदीर किस्मत वालों को मिलती है, लेकिन सच तो ये है मेरे दोस्त कि किस्मत भी उसी का साथ देती है जो अपनी तकदीर खुद लिखता हो और दूसरों के सहारे नहीं बैठा हो. With this, I come to an end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed the content and you're liking this Honest Talk series. Do comment down below different kinds of things that you would want me to talk about. I will definitely talk about those. If you like the content, like the video, share it among your friends and peers, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell. It will help me a lot. As I have said already, I have lost the access to my Instagram account. So go there and follow me in my new Instagram account, and yeah, shoot any question that you have, and I will try and answer each and every one of your questions as much as possible. This is Soumyajit bidding goodbye. Das Vedanya.